What's going on, guys? This is Docs and welcome back to another episode of the Sheffield Wednesday Career Mode. It's episode number 25. Starting today's episode off with a brief look at the academy. As you can see, I promoted all of my youngsters that are 16 years or older, including possibly the best of the bunch there, that young English centre-half Finesse, but that Uruguayan striker as well. Keep your eyes on him. That might be the highest potential we have seen so far in our academy. 89 to 94. Alvarez looks absolutely brilliant. And look at the league table as well. As you can see, 20 games to go right now. We are 7 behind Leeds, 1 behind Southampton, but crucially 10 points clear in the playoffs right now. And I said at the start of the season, that was my main goal this year. Get into the playoffs. We are in the playoffs. And whilst I'd love to get back in the top 2, and on the run we're on right now, we've definitely got a chance. 5 wins in a row in all competitions. And I think we're unbeaten since our loss at the Den in late November. So it's been a really great unbeaten stretch for Sheffield Wednesday, just making sure we don't drop out of the playoffs. That's the most important thing, and today we'll of course have that FA Cup 4th round trip to Anfield as well. So first game today on the back of the win in the FA Cup 3rd round against Stevenage. It was the perfect start. 8 minutes in, he's back, we're back. We said it in the last episode, it is no coincidence that when he was out with the injury, we were struggling, and since he's returned, we are on a roll. Yep, no defeat since Wheeler's been back in the first team, and he was going to ensure that wouldn't be the first loss here since returning to first team duties. Wheeler with the opener. Did you see the celebration? He went over the advertising hoardings. It was so funny. I would have loved it if he stayed there with the crowd as well, man, with the away fans behind that goal at Ashton Gate. But still 1-0, but really right from the first whistle here in Bristol, we were just on it. Almost got his second goal soon afterwards, but it's okay because his bro did get one. Yep, Bailey Cadamarteri sent forward, just about squeezed it past the former Leeds goalkeeper Melia, and that would do it. A big win at Ashton Gate. I love the fact the real stadium's in the game now, by the way. Such a cool stadium. Bristol City 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2, and the Owls continue their super streak. 6 wins in a row in all competitions and keeping pace with the top 2 Leeds and Southampton. So big win there, but as we always say, it's all about form. How long can you keep it going? Next up, staying away from home, we're going from the southwest to the northeast of the country, off to Hull City, away in a bit of a Yorkshire rivalry, Yorkshire and Humber rivalry here, taking on the Tigers. Had a golden chance to open the scoring early. What a great save that was, though, to keep it at 0-0. And then 36 minutes in, Charles' kick, not the best, out from the back. Hull win it back, have a great chance to get themselves in front, and they would as well. Opoku with the opener, capitalising on a poor kick out from Pierce. Hull with the opener right before the break, and well, I did say we have been unbeaten on this brilliant stretch since Wheeler came back. We knew at some point we were going to taste defeat and we would win for Hull City. And I know I've criticised Charles a lot this season for goalkeeping mistakes, but that one was clearly my fault. Yeah, I can't blame him for that one. But this was really annoying. Following the game, Chelsea get in touch regarding Dyer's appearances, saying he hadn't played enough, and then a day later they record him, and I was like, what is this? Is ridiculous. First of all, he's played loads of games this season, Chelsea. Secondly, you can't ask me to play him more times and then recall him in 24 hours. Well, we didn't have a game. What is that? That is so ridiculous. But I was absolutely fuming. Not the first time we've seen it, and we know it won't be the last as well. Basically, when you loan a player in, that parent club expects you to play that player every single game. So even if it's just like 2 or 3 games where you don't play him, come the opening of the next transfer window, they will look to recall him. It's so frustrating, and you might have noticed as well that when a player gets recalled too, you might have noticed it when I showed you Dyer's stats there, he's on now 57 grand a week. Every time a player goes back to their parent club, well, I think it's every time, if not every time, then the vast majority of times, a player gets recalled, or just their loan finishes, when they go back to their parent club, they get a new contract. So Dyer now is on 57 grand a week, and whilst we were able to re-loan him last season after Chelsea recalled him, I'm not going to do it this time. It was a 2-year loan deal. We had a future fee arranged with Chelsea as well, which was really respectable too, and that's gutting, so I wanted to meet that future fee come the end of the loan deal. I'm not going to do it this time. Do you know what? Fine, Chelsea, you want to take him back and put him on an inflated contract? Fine, I'm not going to do it this time. That's your problem now, but he's definitely not worth 57 grand a week. So frustrating, but unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. Following that, though, massive win. Took on Southampton in a second versus third place battle at Hillsborough, and I was thinking, what kind of response will we get on the back of the loss to Hull City? Well, what a brilliant response. We were 4 points behind the Saints heading into that game, needed to win to keep pace with them, and what a win it was. Dyer O'Connor, great time to get your first goal of the season, opened the scoring, could have made it too late, fluffed my finish, but didn't matter in the end. Sheffield Wednesday right back on track, and as we often say, if you do have a setback, if you do have a loss, the most important thing, don't feel sorry for yourself or recede into yourself. No, get yourself back up and go back at it again. Exactly what we did, right back on track with a 1-0 win there against Southampton. But could we follow it on? Next game, staying at Hillsborough, taking on Cardiff City, who of course we lost to in our first away day of the season, way back in match day 2. Looking for revenge here in Owlerton, putting Ethan Horvath's goal under threat right from the first minute, and we'd finally get the breakthrough as well. Christian Bielik's first goal for the club, heading in the corner and giving Sheffield Wednesday the deserved opening goal. So 1-0 up against Cardiff. If you remember in that game on match day 2, our first loss of the season, it was because I threw away the game. We conceded 3 really poor goals. This game, I'd learnt my lesson, tightened up better defensively, didn't give Cardiff a sniff, and on the other end, absolutely clinical. Brilliant cross into the centre for our second goal, 22 minutes to go, and both goals coming from crosses to headers, something you don't normally see as much of nowadays with the way the FC's gameplay mechanics are. But that's what we do, that's how we get the goals, and I often say, if you see something's working, keep on doing it. We almost scored 3 headers in the same game. If you know something's working, keep on doing it. Crosses were working, that's why we kept doing it. Bailey Cadamarteri wrapped it up for a 2-0 win, and back on track are Sheffield Wednesday. Following that, it was transfer deadline day. As you would have seen during the episode, I managed to loan out 3 of the young players we promoted from our academy at the start. Unfortunately, the best of the bunch, isn't it typical? I couldn't loan out. I had loads of offers for him. That's Jordan Vaness. He's only 59 overall, so of course he's not going to play in this team. I was desperately trying to get him loaned out, not just on deadline day, but since he got given the pro deal. But every single club refused to negotiate with me, whether I delegated the offers or negotiated the offers straight away. And that means he will stay here until the summer. So really frustrating, because it does mean he could have a potential downgrade for the following season. But it's not the underworld. If we get him loaned out straight away for the new season, then we can kickstart the growth once again from the following season. I was just annoying I couldn't negotiate any deals for him because every club wanted a potential future fee. Anyway, following that, as you see, the top deal for January was Savinho joining Bayern. I could see that in a few years, to be fair. Following contest away against West Bromwich Albion. First away day since our loss against Hull City. Could we respond here in the Black Country? Well, 31 minutes in, lovely passing move, saw Michael Wheeler through, and what a fantastic start for our first away day since that loss. Michael back at it again. I was wondering how he'd get on since returning from the injury. He hasn't missed a step. Sheffield Wednesday in front and going for that 3rd straight victory in a row. 17 minutes to go, trying to cling on to the 1-0 scoreline here. Well, earlier you saw a clanger with me trying to pass out from the back with Pierce Charles, and it is deja vu. Yet once again got it completely wrong. Doxy, what was that? Absolutely awful. And it's so annoying because I knew the man was there. It was one of those kind of like a brain fart kind of, it was like, you know the man is there. You know you shouldn't be doing that. And I still did it anyway. Absolutely stupid. And whilst I'd like to blame it on the kits kind of matching a little bit in terms of the colours, I can't. It was just really, really stupid from yours truly. And as we said, Charles has come under a lot of criticism, and rightfully so, for the goalkeeping mistakes. But the 2 mistakes today, total muck-ups. And yes, I said muck-up from Doxy boy. Awful mistakes there. Unfortunately, did have a chance to win it late, but couldn't take it. Brilliant save by Wildsmith, kept it at 1-1, and that was how it finished. And a chance to go into second spurn. 15 games to go, as you can see. We're 13 clear of Burnley now. I feel very confident we are going to at least make the playoffs, but that would have sent us 2 clear into second place and leapfrog Southampton instead. We stay 1 point behind the Saints for now. Following that, interesting unexpected event, wages leaked. Haven't seen this one before. Apparently the wages have been leaked. I'm sure the players aren't happy about it because it's for the opposite reason. They'll be saying, look at what we're dealing with here at Hillsborough, man. We're barely getting paid that much. But yeah, wages leaked. Got to keep our eyes on the players' morale. That's one of the unexpected events where I don't know if it really means that much, I'll be totally honest. I will keep my eyes on the morale, but as you would have seen heading to the following game here against Stoke City on the back of the latest youth scouting update, all the players' morale is fine. So I don't know if it actually means anything. Like it's one of those. We do see the occasional unexpected events feature, and I don't really know just how much impact it has, if any. It might just be one of those kind of like cosmetic ones, but I'll keep you posted on that. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to mean that much, if anything at all, really. And for the following game away against Stoke City, as we have struggled on our travels, no wins in our last 2 games, now taking on Stoke City. Big game to try and bounce back on here. Could you do it on a cold, maybe not wet, rainy night, but a cold night in Stoke regardless? Well, it wasn't looking like we could. 23 minutes in, falling a goal down, and 7 before the break. Wheeler, you put your house on him to score that chance, has it saved, and it's still 1-0 to the hosts. Bio heads over, and I was thinking this is exactly how I thought the season was going to go for us, really. At Hillsborough, we'll beat anyone, but away from home, that is where we're going to struggle. Still down a goal heading into the break, and on the stroke of the half-time mark, my word, did I need this. Wheeler sent forward, and he's not going to miss twice. Covering defender keeps pace with Bailey Cadamarteri, doesn't come across, and thank goodness for that, because I needed all the space and the time in the world to finish the chance, and of course Wheeler does. So back on level terms, deservedly so. But the question was, could we flip the script in the second half and get in front for the first time? Because a draw is not going to cut it if we want to go second. Well, the answer was no. 10 after the restart, Stoke cut in from the left and finished to restore the lead and make it 2-1. And Sheffield Wednesday's struggles on their travels look set to continue. It was a really open game though. Both teams getting loads of chances, both defences not doing very well in terms of the marking. So I felt as though we'd still have a chance to find a leveller once again, and we would get it as well. Who else but Michael Wheeler sent forward? Once again misses a golden chance, but talk about your strokes of luck. Sometimes you need it, and I got it. Shot cannons off the post, but who's there to tap into the unguarded net? Bailey Cadamarteri to find us our second equaliser in the game. The away fans gain their voices, a chance for us to flip the script and go in front for the first time. 14 to play. Wheeler sends through Buckley off the bench, down the right hand side, steps past his man, brilliant skill into the middle, and Svante Ingelsson doing what a captain needs to do, and that is lead by example. I love the guy, man, absolutely love him. It's 3-2 Sheffield Wednesday. What a turnaround in Stoke. Twice we were trailing, and now we come from behind to lead. Question was, could we hold on? No. 2 minutes to go. Stoke desperately looking for a late equalising goal, throwing everyone forward for a corner. When they did that, they left themselves exposed at the back. Chance for a breakaway. Cadamarteri and Mumba play keep away. Barley off the bench down the right hand side, using that electrifying pace, holds onto it well, rolls it across, and good night Stoke City. We're leaving with the 3 points. Michael Wheeler missed 2 golden chances in the game. He could have had a quad of goals, but in the end he'll be satisfied with the 2 goals because we're satisfied with the 3 points. This was definitely game of the day, man. Game of the episode, no doubt about that. What a win away against Stoke City to end our poor travels on the road. That was absolutely amazing, man. One of those games where like you just have so much fun playing. Even when we were trailing, I was having so much fun playing. It really was such a cool game and a brilliant win. And I needed it as well because there was no way we were going to win the following game. Yep, this was it. Next up, Liverpool away, Anfield. Not the first time we faced a Premier League team in the save, of course, but this definitely the biggest test of the bunch. Off to Anfield. This is Liverpool's team, by the way. It's changed a little bit. You've got Zabani and Pacho now as a DM duo. You got the young Argentine offensive player Mastoanto on the wing, and you also had Karim Adeyemi on the other side as well. But other than that, not too much change. Not a totally different Liverpool team, but still a stronger side than the one they started off with. So knew this was going to be a tough game here, and to be honest, not really expecting much. Yes, we saw on the weekend the greatest upset in FA Cup history, at least in my opinion, and I think statistically as well, it's the greatest upset in history with Macclesfield FC knocking out the holders was Crystal Palace. I watched that game. It was absolutely unbelievable scenes, man, and congratulations to Macclesfield for that momentous occasion. And yeah, I think statistically, I might be wrong, but I think statistically it's the biggest upset of all time in terms of places between teams in the football pyramid. I think, I might be wrong, but even so, incredible upset. But I couldn't see us doing it. Obviously on Monday night you also saw Barnsley, the League One side, go to Liverpool and did get a goal back in the game, but lost the game 4-1 in the end. I thought a similar scoreline was going to happen here as well. And right from kickoff it was all Liverpool. We had one chance from range, which Mamadashvili saved pretty comfortably, but Karim Adeyemi hit the bar early and did get the opening goal before the break. And then 18 minutes to go, looking to make it 2. If it wasn't for Piers Charles making a couple of really smart saves in this game, I definitely would have been down by 2 or 3 goals for sure. And the woodwork saved me as well. And with 18 minutes to go, as they looked for a second goal and a dagger as well, McAllister found Florian Wirtz, and it's one of the new signings who also got the second goal just like the first. Yes, William Pacho, the former PSG defender. I thought at first he miskicked it, but actually it was a wonderful finish, looping it over Piers Charles into the back of the net, and that would do it. Final score at Anfield, Liverpool 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. I gave it a good go. I had a strong lineup out there, but yeah, I didn't really feel as though the giant killing was on at any point in the game. Comfortable win for Liverpool. Our FA Cup progress ends there, although of course considering the difficulty of the opponent and the fact we were away from home as well, yeah, I'm not really too disappointed about that. So following game, back to matters in the Championship. Once again away from home, where our form on the road has been really poor in this stretch. If you count a Liverpool defeat there, it's only 1 win in our last 4 games on the road and 2 defeats as well. So for the next game, really tough one away in the second city, Birmingham away at St Andrews, heading into this game against the Blues. So I wanted a fast start and we got it. 6 minutes in, Bailey Calamarteri gives us the lead and said, right, forget this travel sickness, let's go back home with a big 3 points here. Perfect start, 40 hours, and we should have gone 2 in about 15 minutes in as well. You've seen in today's episode, I've had some really nice skill runs and fluffed the finish practically every time. Once again, I don't know what was going on, man. Like, seriously, I was getting myself into great positions with brilliant skill, but I just couldn't keep my composure once I had the chance. Wheeler fluffs a gold opportunity to make it 2-0, but unlike the game against Liverpool at Anfield, right from the first whistle, we were the team in the ascendancy, we were the team in control, we were the team looking more likely to get the goals, and we get our second as well, just past the hour mark. A lovely team move sent Dyer O'Connor forward. He couldn't get his second goal in 6, but that's okay because Bailey Calamarteri turned in the rebound after the save. It's 2-0 Sheffield Wednesday, and after such a really tough streak away from home, I knew this time we were going to be leaving a ground with a big 3 points, just like we got away against Stoke so recently. 22 minutes to go, Birmingham would get a goal back. Jay Stansfield, the League One record breaker for most expensive signing in third-tier history, gave them a consolation, but that's all it proved to be. No fight back from the Blues, big 3 points for the Owls, and we'll fly away from Sheffield Wednesday with a massive 3 points, a big win, and whilst we stay in third place, playoffs now are pretty much confirmed. Look at the league table with 13 games to go. As you can see, we are 19 clear of Bristol City. I can't see us getting caught now. Playoffs are almost a lock. But the question is, only 6 behind Leeds who lead the way, and only 1 behind Southampton as well. Is there still a shot of promotion? Absolutely. The title? I'd say so. But can we do it? I guess we'll find out. But I'll do it for today's episode, guys. Big fan. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Sheffield Wednesday career mode as we continue to push for promotion very soon.